Hey everybody, welcome back to Husband Book Reviews. My name is Elliot, and as you probably saw from the title, I'm going to be attempting to read every Stephen King book. Now I have to admit, I have never actually read a Stephen King book before. I love most of the movies that I've seen that are based off of Stephen King's work, but when I really started reading seriously, a couple years ago, I really just never thought to read Stephen King, and I figured now's the time to get into it. Now, I'm not going to be doing like a complete sprint where I just only read Stephen King from start to finish and not read anything else. I'm just going to be kind of mixing in more of his work into my normal reading. So this will definitely be a very long series, but I kind of felt like of all the authors out there, who better than maybe Stephen King to get a playlist and kind of an episodic vlog, if you will, dedicated solely to reviewing and discussing his work. So that's what we're going to do. So that begs the question, where do you start with Stephen King? Now, people have a lot of varying opinions on this. Some people will say just read them in publication order. Hard to kind of argue with that one. Other people will say, oh no, like these are the good ones. These are the ones you can skip and kind of go from there. That's a fair way to do it too. Other people look for references within the books and have a very specific order of, hey, you really need to read this one before this one because this one references this one and blah, 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 blah. And I'm trying to take a bit of that into account, certainly not too much. I think the only one that I'm gonna like hold off on for sure is The Dark Tower, because I know that one does reference quite a bit of other Stephen King's works. But I have decided on three. I think they're pretty safe choices. And those three are Salem's Lot, The Long Walk, and Misery. Salem's Lot is actually the one I'm reading right now. It just felt like very classic King. It's the second book he's ever written. It just felt like a really good, safe, can't go wrong introductory. Misery is actually my wife's favorite Stephen King book, so I had to throw that one on the list. And a lot of people do agree that it's one of the better ones. And The Long Walk, this one was not on my radar. I didn't even know this book existed. However, at the time of recording this, the movie for The Long Walk's actually coming out pretty soon. And I saw the trailer for that. That looks pretty cool. I'm very intrigued by the premise, so I figured that could be a good third one. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I kind of wanted this to be a little bit of an introductory episode. I think when we do more videos on Stephen King specifically, they will be in this long form rather than shorts. And I'll specifically be updating this playlist and running through episode numbers as it goes to really build out this discussion and this journey across the entire kingdom. And we'll definitely introduce some fun elements, definitely want to engage with the community on this one, and maybe even do things like polls to determine where I go next in the kingdom and things like that. So if that sounds good to you, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know if folks like this kind of thing. Maybe we can expand this out to other authors, other entire genres, and just kind of have different playlists. I like making this type of content, so let me know down in the comments. But otherwise, that is it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.